Woo-wee! Yeah. All right, I'm owl hunting. I'm out in the desert. I'm in this little agricultural area and near the Salton Sea. And I was out here, how many years ago? Maybe 5 years ago. And I found a couple of little owl burrows just driving along in these little, I don't know what those are. Just irrigation areas right here next to some of these dirt roads. And so I'm back out here just totally scouting it out, see what I can find. And I'm hopeful that I can find a burrowing owl to photograph today, or more. I'd love to find more than one for sure. But last time I did it, I just cruised around and looked through all these little areas until I found one, and it worked. So maybe it'll work again this year. We shall see, but that's my mission. My main mission today is to find and photograph burrowing owls. So I'll let you know when I find one. I'm being optimistic. When I find one, I'll let you know. All right, I'm driving down these back roads here looking for burrowing owl dens, nests. And in this old haystack over here, as I drove by, there was some kind of a little rabbit in that little hole in the bottom of the haystack. So it's back there in the shadows. So the light's going to be kind of tricky, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to take a photo of it. I see it back in that hole. And I'm going to take a picture of that. It's going to be dark, hidden in that hole. Maybe I can bring up the shadows enough to make that an interesting photograph, but I'm also just going to sit here and wait for a few minutes and see if it maybe pops its head out into the light. Would be spectacular. I kind of doubt it will. It's probably not real happy with people, but we'll see. Anyway, that's an interesting photo op here. Potential for this rabbit to be amongst that cool pile of hay and straw. And I'm going to use the 500mm lens here. Zoom in on it pretty tight. But anyway, I'm going to sit here and hopefully this shot works out. If it does, I'm going to show you that photo next. There they are. I found my first 3 burrowing owls. The light is terrible right now. It's midday, harsh sunlight, but I've got 3 burrowing owls over here. And you won't be able to see them, but out there just to the right of that yellow signpost. There's 3 of them sitting there, kind of up on a little hill. It's a pretty nice scene. It's not ideal. It's a little cluttered with some kind of ugly grass and stuff around them, but it's not bad. But there's 3 burrowing owls, so that's great. I got to try and figure out what to do here, because it's going to be quite a while before the sun decides to start giving nice light. So I think I'm going to mark this location on the GPS. I'll make a few shots here in the bad light, and then I think I'll keep moving around, and then I'll come back to this spot later when the light is getting nicer. I think that's as good a plan as any, so I'm going to do that. And I'll get back to you, but I'm super stoked. So mission accomplished already with, I said I just wanted to find and photograph a burrowing owl. So I've got 3 sitting right here. I've made a few photos, and I'm going to keep cruising and then come back here if I don't find anything better. I mean, I think this is going to be about as good as it gets, having 3 owls right by the road here. So super stoked. I'm going to work on them for just a minute, make a few photos, leave, and then come back later. Yippee. There they are out there, right about there. Using the old car as a blind. I like doing that because a lot of critters are less afraid of cars than they are of people. So I'm using the car as a blind, and I didn't bring a beanbag because I flew in and didn't have room for it in my suitcase. So I'm just improvising, leaning up against the window a little bit. It's not as nice as having a beanbag, but it's not bad. Burrowing owls, let's find some burrowing owls. And a better singing voice. I need to find one of those too. Alright, I was just driving along and see that little irrigation ditch over there? I was driving along and there was a burrowing owl sitting on the edge of that irrigation ditch. There's some traffic coming, but I'm going to whippy-yui once it goes by. There he goes. See if I can track down that burrowing owl. He was just chilling there. It looked like he was hanging out, so. Oh yeah, he's still there. Oh no. Is that him? Oh yeah, there he is. Oh shit, he's right there. Hey buddy. Alright, apparently he's looking at me a little wide-eyed, but apparently he's seen a lot of cars before because he didn't even dive back into his burrow. But I'm going to try and make a photo of him here. Alright, so here's the scene. I got this dirt mound in front of me, and then the owl, then another dirt mound, and then some green agriculture going on, and then the blue sky. So there's the scene. That's the owl right there. I'm shooting at 700 millimeters here. I just got out of the car right here. And I'm going to lay down on the ground here and use this closest berm to me to kind of blur out the foreground a little bit. And then everything else should blur out too. And I think it's probably the best I can do with this scene. It's not a great scene here, but I'll do my best with what I got here. All right, that actually looks pretty nice. So using this little berm in front of me and blurring that out is giving it a real nice ethereal look. And the lower I get, the more it kind of blurs out and looks foggy there. But it's kind of a cool look. So for this scene, it's perfect, because I can take a bunch of these distracting elements and just make them disappear. And then I'm just left with the owl. It's not bad at all. All right, that was nice. tempted to stay here all day. This owl has just been standing there in the same spot for an hour, and I've been photographing him and waiting for him. And I made some nice photos utilizing this front berm, kind of blurring things out a little bit. But he's just kind of hanging there, not doing anything, looking around. So I'm not sure what else I could do here. The light just keeps getting better, but I mean, he's right there. He's 15 feet away. Can you see him right there? It's a he or a she, I don't know, but it's just hanging out. Once in a while it gets curious and looks at me, but it isn't phased at all. Cars are driving by. I'm here laying down on the ground, taking pictures, and it's just chilling. And I'm not sure what to do. It's great to have another owl here, but I'm not getting... I think I've already done everything I could do with this scene, unless it gets active and starts hunting, or its mate comes in or something. I don't even know what could happen, but I'm going to hang in for a few more minutes here, see if anything good happens, and then I'll go back to those other owls if this isn't changing at all. So at least over there are multiple owls, so I could get some interaction between owls, maybe. But this has been great. I made some nice photos of this bird, so thank you, Mr. Bird. Sun is going down. It's beautiful out here. I think I'm just going to stay here. So the light's getting pretty nice. I've got about 45 minutes till actual sunset. And I had planned on going back to the 3 owls that I was photographing earlier. But the more I think about this shot, I think this one has better potential for a really soft, gorgeous image. So I'm going to tell you what I hope happens, and we'll see if it does. But I'm going to tell you why I'm going to stay here and hope that I get the shot that I have now visualized. So what I'm thinking here is that the photographs that I was shooting before, where I was getting down low and blurring out the foreground, and I'm getting just low enough that I can get the sky way out there on the horizon, kind of that lower part of the sky be the background. And there's going to be some color in these clouds once that sun goes down. So what I'm visualizing is the same shot that I was taking earlier, where I get down low and blur out the foreground with this dirt. And then I have the owl in, you know, it's in nice soft light after the sun has set, with these clouds going all purple and pink and blue and really pastel-y beautiful colors. And all that will cast some of that color back down on the ground, and then maybe the background will be that kind of purpley, pinky cloud stuff happening. So I could make that happen, but I need 2 big parts of the puzzle to happen. One of those big parts of the puzzle is I need that owl to stay there. Now, it's been there for 2 hours at least already since I've been here. And I need the sunlight to do great things back here and light up the clouds, both that way, above, and then more importantly, way back there on the horizon that way. I want those clouds to light up in beautiful pastel-y purples. And then I can get the shot I want. That's all I need to have happen here. So, yes, I'm asking a lot. But I think if it comes together, it'd make for a really beautiful photo, so it's worth waiting and just putting all my eggs in this owl's basket right here. Crossing my fingers. All right, that's the face of a happy photographer. Got the owls today, which doesn't usually go the way you want it to, but it really did. I saw how many different individuals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different birds today, burrowing owls, and made some nice photos. Just had an absolute blast out here. Top it off with a gorgeous sunset. I mean, it's crazy out there. Woo-wee! Yeah. That's it. Can't do any better than that. Well, I mean, you could, but realistically, that was a blast. So, thanks for watching. See you in the next one from Southern California, where it's nice and warm and no snow. Beautiful sunsets, burrowing owls, and lots of other stuff to come. All right, see you later. Bye.